As the 2026 World Baseball Classic approaches, the entire baseball world has its eyes locked on one man. Not just Japan, not just the Dodgers. The entire planet is watching Shohei Ohtani, and what they are seeing in the weeks leading up to this tournament is leaving even the sharpest minds in Japanese baseball completely speechless. Hiromitsu Ochiai, one of the most respected and brutally honest voices in the history of Japanese baseball, a man who has never been known to give out empty compliments, recently watched Ohtani's spring training preparation ahead of the WBC with visible disbelief. His reaction was simple but powerful. "It's impossible, isn't it?" And when Ochiai says something like that, the baseball world listens. So what exactly is Ohtani doing that is leaving legends stunned? Let's set the scene. The 2026 WBC begins on March 5th, with Team Japan placed in Pool C alongside South Korea, Australia, Czechia, and Chinese Taipei. Japan enters as defending champions, having dominated the 2023 tournament by going a perfect 7 wins and 0 losses, outscoring their opponents by a staggering 38 runs. They are the kings of international baseball, and Shohei Ohtani is their king. But this time, something is different. The Dodgers and Ohtani reached an agreement that he would not take the mound for Japan during the WBC. The reason is straightforward and actually reflects smart long-term thinking. Ohtani is coming off a season where he pitched all the way through October, deep into the playoffs, after returning from his second UCL surgery. The Dodgers want to protect him, build him up carefully, and have him ready to pitch a full MLB season starting March 25th, and ideally, pitch deep into October again as they chase a 3rd consecutive World Series title. Dodgers president of baseball operations Andrew Friedman explained the decision clearly, saying the concern was simply about the quick turnaround at that kind of intensity coming off surgery, and about protecting Ohtani's ability to pitch for the next 8 years. Ohtani understood. His competitive soul didn't love it, but he understood. However, and this is where things get truly fascinating, even as a designated hitter only, what Ohtani is displaying in spring training ahead of this tournament is something that is simply not supposed to be possible at this level. Consider what he did in the 2025 MLB season. He slashed .282 with a .392 on-base percentage and a .622 slugging percentage. He hit 55 home runs. He accumulated an OPS of 1.014, an OPS plus of 179, meaning he performed 79% better than the average MLB hitter. He led all of MLB in total bases with 380. And he did all of this while returning as a pitcher, posting a dominant season on the mound and helping the Dodgers win their 2nd straight World Series. And now, heading into the WBC, observers watching his batting practice and spring games say his timing looks even sharper. His bat speed appears untouched. There is no rust. There is no sign of a man who pitched deep into October and then immediately began preparing for an international tournament months later. That is what is leaving people like Ochiai shaking their heads. The legend of what Ohtani did at the 2023 WBC still echoes through the sport. He batted .435 with a home run, 10 walks, and 8 RBIs over 7 games. On the mound, he went 2-0 with 11 strikeouts across nearly 10 innings of work. It was the kind of moment that only happens once in a generation. Now in 2026, Ohtani will not be on the mound. But do not for even a second think that limits his danger. Japan manager Hirokazu Obata has confirmed that he intends to bat Ohtani second in the lineup, wanting him near the top of the order to maximize his at-bats throughout the tournament. Given that Japan's lineup also features Masataka Yoshida, Seiya Suzuki, Munetaka Murakami, and incoming Blue Jays star Kazuma Okamoto, opposing pitchers will have no clean way around him. There is simply no shelter from this lineup. And then there is the question that refuses to go away. Will Ohtani pitch? When a reporter asked him during spring training whether he could stop himself from stepping on the mound if Japan found itself in a 9th-inning championship scenario, Ohtani smiled and responded through his interpreter, saying it was hard to say, but that if Trout showed up, it would be tempting. Since Trout is not on Team USA's WBC roster this year, fans should not expect to see Ohtani pitching. But the fact that even Ohtani himself could not completely close the door on it tells you everything about his competitive fire. What makes this situation so remarkable for the Dodgers is the tension it creates. On one hand, They fully support their players representing their home countries. Manager Dave Roberts has been clear about that. On the other hand, they are watching their franchise cornerstone. The man signed to a 10-year, $700 million contract through 2033. But here is the thing about Shohei Ohtani. He has never once given a team a reason to worry. Not the Angels, not the Dodgers. He shows up, he performs, and he elevates everyone around him. Team Japan is built to defend their title. Their pitching staff, now led by Yoshinobu Yamamoto as the undisputed ace with Ochiai Kikuchi and a deep group of NPB arms behind him, is more than capable of shutting down even the most powerful international lineups. Yu Darvish, while not competing due to his elbow rehabilitation, will be present as an advisor, bringing his experience and data-driven approach to help the pitching staff prepare for major league hitters. But the most dangerous weapon on that entire team does not throw a single pitch. He simply walks to the plate, digs in, and makes history. When Hiromitsu Ochiai, a 3-time NPB Triple Crown winner and one of the most technically sharp baseball minds in the history of the sport, watches Ohtani's preparation and can only say it's impossible, isn't it? That is not just admiration. That is the acknowledgement of something genuinely beyond the boundaries of what any other player on earth can do. The 2026 WBC runs from March 5th through March 17th, with the championship game set to take place at Lone Depot Park in Miami, the same venue where Ohtani struck out Trout 3 years ago. Whether or not history repeats itself, one thing is certain. Wherever Shohei Ohtani goes, the impossible seems to follow him. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications,